Good morning and welcome to Thursday morning's Holy Week reflection. Today is the day that's referred to in the Christian calendar as Maundy Thursday. The word Maundy comes from the Latin word mandatum, which means commandment, and it refers to the new commandment that Jesus gave us, which is to love one another as he has loved us. Today's Bible reading comes from the Gospel of John, chapter 13, and it goes like this. So during the meal, Jesus got up, removed his outer garment and wrapped a towel around his waist. He put some water into a large bowl. Then he began washing his disciples' feet, drying them with the towel he was wearing. After Jesus had washed his disciples' feet, he put on his outer garments, sat down, and he said, "Do you understand what I have done? You call me your teacher and Lord, and you should, because that's who I am. And if your Lord and teacher has washed your feet, you should do the same for each other. I have set the example, and you should do for each other exactly what I have done for you. I tell you for certain that servants are not greater than their master, and messengers are not greater than the one who sent them. You know these things, and God will bless you if you do them." So when I think back to the births of my daughters, I remember holding those little bundles in my arms and seeing them face to face for the first time. Suddenly, I was a mother, and my world immediately changed. I was full of hope and full of joy, yet a healthy dose of anxiety and uncertainty mixed in. Both of those amazing events were one of those moments when I just said to God, "What in the world am I going to do with this?" And each time the answer I heard was, "Just love her." And I think that's what Jesus is trying to tell his disciples. He's preparing them for a time when he won't be with them anymore, and when they'll be the ones doing the ministry. They'll be the ones standing in front of crowds of people, staring into the face of sinners of all shapes and sizes. Many, many people suffering from their own brokenness and longing to be whole again. And I'm pretty sure that when the disciples were without Jesus, they had plenty of "what in the world are we going to do" moments. But then they got to remember Jesus with his bowl of water and his towel. They get to remember his example of how he expects them to treat other people. It's like he's saying, "See, it's simple. I'm sending you out into the world, into these crowds of people, and your job is just to love them." But let's be totally honest here. It's easy to love someone with clean feet. Someone who looks like you, someone who thinks like you, someone who loves you back. It's hard to love someone with dirty feet, someone who thinks differently to you, someone who speaks differently to you, someone who looks differently to you, someone who may have betrayed you in some way. And in those times, you may find yourself wondering, what in the world am I going to do? And once again, the answer will come. Jesus says to you, "I'm setting an example for you. Just love them." Amen.